Panic comments right now.
Stairs.
Probably like a somewhat hot take in gaming, but I have long said I believe in like a comms hierarchy in teams. The dictator IGL would say this. I think even if you don't have someone calling everything, you do need like someone that's lead, so that way everyone knows to shut the fuck up when they hear that voice. And then there's a second person that's below that person that can provide mid-round ideas or even ideas at the start of the round. Because if you have 5 people providing random-ass ideas in 12-round halves, could you imagine the variance? Like, if all of a sudden anyone can throw out an idea anywhere, the variance in your gameplay makes no sense. You can get zero consistency. So when I hear that on mouse, I think that's like kind of a problem, actually. That triggered me. I actually went to events where my team calmed similar to that, and I had some very stern talks after.
Yeah, it's because you're a commie.
I've said it many times. I think overcalming is worse than undercalming. I think if you undercalm, at very least you can use radar to make a lot of calls. You could use sound and radar and rotate accordingly. You can use your fundamentals to make sure you're spaced properly and taking the right timings. But if you're overcalming, it like floods the person's brain. It makes their aim worse. It makes their sound worse. It makes like a lot of things bad. I think it creates a lot of confusion amongst like the players on the team. I think overcalming is like one of the biggest problems in gaming. And people do it the most when they're nervous. Like, it comes out of anxiety, truthfully. Like, they overcalm when they're anxious. They want to win. They want to win, and they think they have the answer. And they also don't want to be sitting there doing nothing. And so they calm. But once you ease that anxiety and you accept kind of just like, you trust your teammates, you trust the play, you trust the amount of reps you've done together, and you trust the in-game leader and whoever the leaders are on the team, I feel like the teams just flow way better. Cato 14 match versus Nip. I think our comps were very poor back then. I think by the time I was in Misfits, I had a lot more idea of what I wanted to do. Cato 14 was the one with Semphis, right? Truthfully, I think Semphis was a big commer like me. That sounded weird. I don't think there was room for both of us to be on a team together. Jordan was like that guy I'm talking about, like my second voice on the team, where I allowed him to give me ideas, but he also knew that there was a very high percentage where I would say no. Like, I accept the ideas like from everywhere in the game, from certain people in certain times, but I typically go into matches with like a game plan prepped in my head, how I want the rounds to flow. So unless people have like very good reasoning for me to exit that thought process, because I can call audibles off of my thought process if I go in with a clear game plan. And I typically don't need an assist from someone unless they really know how I think.